September 25th, 2006, 18 years ago today, we were all blessed with one of the licensed video games of all time. A collaboration between Cartoon Network and Midway Games brought us none other than the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy, the video game. After the incredibly sad news of the Cartoon Network website shutdown, I just had to replay this game. I remember going onto that website back when I was just a wee lad, playing the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy games on that website alongside the Total Drama Island games, the Ed, Edd and Eddy games. They were such simple games, even simpler than this PS2 game. But as an 8-year-old, they were the funnest thing in the world. Psst! If you want to play some of these old goated Flash games too, I recommend using Flashpoint. This is not a sponsor, no affiliation, it's a free download and just a recommendation from yours truly. Now this may just be your basic 4-player beat-em-up game from the PS2 days, but to me, it has a very special place in my nostalgia-filled heart. Not only because, yes, it's hilarious, but also because I have very fond memories of playing this game with 3 of my neighbors growing up, one of which is still my best friend to this day, and the other 2 I don't think I've seen since we played this game on a demo disc. This demo disc, to be exact, PlayStation Underground's Jam Pack Volume 15. I found this on eBay along with many other demo discs. Maybe we'll look into them one of these days. Remember those? Remember demo discs for the PlayStation? Wasn't that awesome? Weren't those crazy times? As is tradition with most of the video games I talk about on this channel, you guys ever get tired of hearing this, let me know. It's very funny. It's really fun to play, especially if you have friends to play it with, you know, with one of those 4-way PS2 controller attachments, adapters, connectors, things. You know the thing. And this one in particular, along with Tak and many others, are so nostalgic it hurts. Now, I knew the story in this game was rather short, but holy quick story mode, Batman. I beat this casually in like 45 minutes. Nevertheless, I did have a lot of fun picking this game up again, and I did enjoy my walk down memory lane for that 3/4 of an hour. And there even is a little bit of a cool twist in the form of a replayability factor, depending on which character you choose to take through the story mode. That's cool. That's very professional. I'm so good at what I do. Depending on which character you pick to take through the story mode decides which enemies you're going to be fighting that run through the story mode. Which is kinda neat, don't you think?
Hey, that's pretty good.
Something else Midway Games did to incentivize continual gameplay is found in the mission select menu, which you would think would allow you to select which mission in the story mode to replay. No. Instead, in the mission select menu, you will find side missions, bonus missions, activities, I'd call them. Some of these side missions are just more arena fighting, but some of them have bonus objectives, for example, beating the shekels out of your enemies and having the most shekels by the time the clock runs out.
Victory!
It's not enough that I succeed. Others must fail.
What a catchphrase. In some of these missions, a magical ring is placed around you, and unless you can continuously land melee attacks, that ring will shrink until it explodes and you lose a life. I just exploded. That's a game mode for some reason. In another game mode, you're smacking flagpoles to get your colored flag to the top of the pole before your enemies come in and smack your flag down and put their own flag back up. And you can manage to win automatically before the timer runs out if you get all 5 flags flagging at one time, which is pretty difficult. I haven't been able to do it. Then again, I'm not that good at anything. So maybe you have. Tell me if you have. What are you doing, Erwin? Why would you go for this one? I'm literally attacking this one. There's another game mode that takes place in the Toadblatt School of Sorcery Coliseum, where you're beating up giant chickens and Vikings, you know, from those episodes. And in this one, you're in a competition against your opponents to see who can beat up the most chickens and or Vikings by the time the clock runs out. Most of them have a clock that eventually runs out. Oh, and smashing shit. Yeah, go ahead, smash some shit. Why not? Burn it down! Now, this last side activity that I played was actually really enjoyable and can definitely be very competitive with friends. There's a statue of a head of a Cyclops in the dean's office to the Toadblatt School of Sorcery, which is missing an eyeball, which is on the ground. You have to pick this eyeball up and carry it over to your little color portal to change it into the color of your team and throw it into the Cyclops to, you know, put his eye into his eye socket, and then you get a point. 10 points, actually.
I died! The eyeball landed right next to me and I fucking died! Protect me, Mogar. God! No! No! Don't let this happen again!
There's something else about this game that's really interesting that I never realized until literally a couple days ago when I was reading the credits. Are you ready for this?
Ass.
Get ready for a fun fact. Fun fact! Fun fact coming at ya. You may or may not have already known this, but the voice actor who does the announcements for the fights and the character selection screen is none other than Weird Al fucking Yankovic. Isn't that the coolest fun fact you've ever heard in your life?
Stupid!
I agree. It's probably not, but it's still cool.
Super secret unlocked!
As a fan of Weird Al and Billy and Mandy, that's really cool. Making that discovery honestly made my day. And something else that made my day, I was playing it, towards the night, so it actually made the next day for me as well. This song right here.
Thought after I've eaten their brain.
It's okay. It's not a matter of losing brain. Fucking slaps so hard. And it's even on Spotify. Shout out Aurelio Voltaire. Please tell me I pronounced that right. Anyway, let's move on. The sheer amount of characters and references in this game correspond faithfully to the original series and make it that much more fun, as well as exuberate the feeling of an interactive episode, which is just great. Nurgle Jr., the little Nurgles. Boogie, as in Billy and Mandy's take on the Boogeyman. Not this Boogie. Get him the fuck out of here. I never want this thing on my screen in any of my videos ever again. Stop. Stop. All the maps in this game are references to different things that happened in the show. The Viking place, obviously Billy's house, Toadblatch School of Sorcery, the Boogeyman ship, that's one of the maps.
I like this music.
Puddin's there. Puddin's strapped to the mast of the ship for some reason. The Mutant Chicken Lab. I forget which episode that's from, but it's in there. It's in the show somewhere. The Underworld. Not only Billy's dad, but Mogar! The only real big thing I feel like they left out, pun intended, was Jeff the Spider. You okay? It's okay. Hi. My dog, ladies and gentlemen. Also, the dog in Billy and Mandy, the three-headed dog, that's in there.
Severus, sit.
Are you chewing on one of my shoes? Drop it. She was chewing on one of my shoes. She dropped it, though. And obviously, it's not all champagne and charcuterie boards. This game has its fair amount of flaws, just like every other video game that exists, besides its minuscule story mode. The NPCs, more specifically your CPU comrades, are not afraid to take every single kill in the fight away from you. If you're any less than lightning fast, they're going to get over to your enemy and they're going to beat them up before you even get a chance to start moving over there. It's not that they're bad or that they're bugged in any way, it's that they're too good. They take the satisfaction away from me from completing my finisher move on Fredburger, Lord Payne, Nurgle, etc.
No, Erwin, let me do it.
All I did was loosen them up for you. You know what I mean? I didn't get to experience being able to use my final attack because it was stolen from me.
Oh, come on, Fredburger, let me fucking do it. Let me get one. You son of a bitch.
Now, if any of you guys have been watching my videos for a little while now, you probably already realized this, although I should have mentioned it a while ago. Graphics don't matter to me. It doesn't have to look good to be fun. If I can enjoy the game, then it's a good game to me. I play Morrowind unmodded. Oblivion is my favorite Elder Scrolls game. Thinking off the top of my head, as I look towards my shelf of games to avoid thinking off the top of my head, I don't know, I have a Harry Potter game on the PS2 over there. It's fine. Video games don't have to look like real life to be good, okay? All in all, a pretty short, simple licensed game for the PS2 I think most people watching Cartoon Network in the early 2000s would enjoy if they haven't played it already. If you remember this game from your childhood, let me know in the comments. If you want to play, hit me up, bro. I'm always down. Once again, folks, this has been Brendan, the Prince of Pop Culture, coming at you from behind my nostalgia glasses, bringing you another banger from my childhood. Have a great day and excellent week. Stay happy, healthy, and hydrated. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for playing. You're welcome.
This video is the biggest load of hoo-ha I've ever seen.